Hello. It's been a while. Going to film myself in the studio today, making a launchpad video because it's been a couple of years. I can't even remember the last time I made a launchpad video. I think it was in my kitchen, 2 years at least, like a proper launchpad video. Okay, so most frequently asked question I ever get is how do you make a launchpad video? And to be honest, 90% of the work is done before you even pull a launchpad out. In fact, I don't even know where my launchpad is. I don't even have the latest launchpad. I need to get a new launchpad. Okay, so I've just started the computer up and I'm gonna show you literally every single step of how to make a banging launchpad video. All right, so I'm on Spotify on a playlist by Create Music Group called Bass Therapy, and there's some unreal tunes in this playlist. So basically I'm gonna go through this playlist, pick a bunch of tunes, and then get those files, and then I'll show you exactly how I chop and use all those elements. It's a long process, but it's fun. You are the only way out. That stuff's perfect for launchpad because you get these long, big samples. Alright, so we've gone through the playlist, got some tunes. What key are these tracks in and what are their BPMs? Starting the old Ableton Live 10. Haven't upgraded yet. Need to get 11. I use this software called Mixed in Key. I'm not sure how good you can see on the computer. I use this for building live shows. It's really important to know what key your tracks are in, especially for organizing your sets. And I started using it originally for making launchpad videos. So all I'm gonna do is drag these tuners into Mixed in Key and it will tell me all their BPMs and what keys they're in. So I'm gonna start with the highest BPMs first, drag those into Ableton, lock them all into the tempo, and then do that for the rest of the tracks.
We linked eyes for the very first time, and it's the last time I'll ever see your face in my
metronome.
We linked eyes for the very.
This is 150.
Linked eyes for the very first time, and it's the last time I'll ever see you up.
All right, that one's in time. Move on to the next one. This is 12th Planet Habitat. Okay. Okay, so 150s. Let's do that as red. Now let's do 145. So I've got two tracks that are in 145 BPM. The idea would be that I would either speed those up to 150 or potentially bring the 150s down to 145. Does that make sense? You kind of want everything to be in the same BPM because when you're playing the samples on the launchpad, one of the things Weapon didn't have is it had some samples that were completely out of tempo and it would really throw the play style. Alright, this next tune's 106 BPM, so that is a lot slower than the other tracks. Interested to see how this one turns out. This track by Tokyo Machine and End of the World has such good chords that no matter what BPM this ends up being, these will work perfectly. Lucky last track. This one.
It was a quarterback.
So, we've got all the tracks in Ableton and they're all warped, I think. Yeah, they're all warped. Which means when I change the master BPM, they will change to that. All right, next step, picking samples. And this is a really fun process, but probably the most time consuming. So ultimately, if there's 64 pads on the launch pad, it's important to think of how you're going to break up the samples. You want at least 4 chords, minimum. 6 would be wicked. 8 would be great to have some variation. We're going to need some vocal. We're going to need some effects. We're going to need fills. We're going to need a kick. If we don't find a kick from one of these tunes, we'll just make one. I guess as you start pulling samples, it's good to start naming them as well. I mean, I think 9/10 of this is just organization and preparation, and then the rest kind of just happens. Let's start in the 150 BPM section. We're going to start off with a tune by KAYZO and Wales called Replay. And I'm just going to skim through it and show you all the parts that I would use for bass, chords, vocal, fills, drums, percussion, all that kind of stuff. So that's a bass stab for sure. Two. I might be able to use this vocal section, but it's a bit busy and I like to have very small samples, so I don't want to like hold down a button for like 30 seconds and let the track play. Cool. Bit of percussion. And it doesn't matter that it's got that vocal R in it. Just adds to the fullness of the record. I mean, that is just so easy to use in Launchpad stuff. Oh, these chords are just epic. So that's a good hook.
You are the only way out.
I can use that. Ooh, that's a good way to finish a Launchpad track. Almost finished. Last track. Got all my working parts. I guess the next step is to sort of start dragging them onto the Launchpad. I've got to remember where my Launchpad is. Let's go find a Launchpad because I think it's in storage. It's raining today. The new digs, new film studio. I think the Launchpad's in a box in the loft. Last I can remember. Welcome to my loft. Alright. Nope. Hey. Maybe I use the push for this one. There we go. Launchpad. We're back. Haven't done this in a while. So this is the hugely timely, expensive exercise, which is setting up a Launchpad, figuring out what samples to drag and drop where, and then all trial and error. All right, I'm going to set the BPM to 150. Okay, want to warp that sample. We want it as a, guess we want it as a trigger. If you choose a gate, it's only going to play for as long as you hold down until your Launchpad decides to disconnect. It's just getting those patterns right. Oh, my ears are ringing. I know what I want to do, I just can't quite. Cable. So I've been playing around for a couple of days now with the samples, and I think I've got something that I'm ready to go with. But I was explaining to Luke, it's never 100% right, but I spend so much time rehearsing that I may as well just take what I've got, try and film it and hope that I get a good take. And through that process, usually I get a good one. So this is the rig. Luke and I built a little platform today because a lot of the time the launch pad's flat and it's really hard to get a good angle with the camera and it sort of warps. So we've tilted it up, painted it, schmick. Very important, bit of tape, keep the cord out of the way. And then just some softbox lighting. The idea is that we want everything lit up, but not so much that you can't see the launchpad LEDs. So when I turn off the vanes, it's actually going to be quite dull. Because the focus is here. So, wish me luck. I'm going to start filming now. Usually takes a few hours. It used to take weeks, but I'm trying to get this out as quickly as possible and then start the next one. So, stay tuned. Take one.
One take wonder. Nailed it.
I reckon I'll do a few more. Alright, let's start one again. It's a completely mixed. That one wasn't as long as the other one. Take 4. Take 5.
Looks focused. That was a good one.
That's the one I reckon.
That was a good one.
Andale, 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 andale.